After all this, you still...
I still want that gas, yes. And you had better deliver.
Stomping anybody, so make your choice right. Select and make your first pick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Choose and pick the best one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Oda definitely delivered. And why does Frankie have hentai written on his hoodie? What's good, internet? It's your boy Fly, back again with another One Piece review where we talk about what we like, didn't like, and speculate on what's going to happen. And Oda has dropped us another saucy chapter, chapter 1009. The rooftop is easily the best part of Wano. Whenever we're there, we get great scenes and dialogue and amazing content. And in this chapter, we got a lot of amazing scenes. But before that, we got the Scabbards meeting up with Orochi. Gonna keep it a buck, didn't really care. I just hate the fact that Orochi is just so confident and he thinks he's sick when he's really not. Anyways, the Scabbards interrupt Orochi's plan of destroying Onigashima, I guess, and they take him out quick, fast, in a hurry, taking out 5 of his heads. And with Kaido taking out one of his heads earlier, that leaves Orochi with about 2 more heads, so he's probably still alive, because I think it'd be a waste of time if he came back alive just to die to the Scabbards again. It'd be foolish. I think he'll come back, getting his final confrontation against Momonosuke, the son of, obviously, Kozuki Oden, finishing up Momonosuke's character development and the saga between the Kurozumi and the Kozuki rivalry. As I mentioned in previous videos, to fully kill the Yamato no Orochi in its mythology, you have to take out all 8 of its heads, and we've only seen 6 thus far, and this was done with the Amino Habakiri, which is what the weapon Momonosuke has, which was passed down to him by Kozuki Oden, which is why I'm pushing Momonosuke to do it. Orochi's not strong. I think Momonosuke could do it, like, whatever, Orochi, you stink. In all honesty, later down the line, I would really like it if someone, maybe one of the Blackbeard pirates, snuck into Wano and killed Orochi and took his devil fruit, because that devil fruit is so powerful or so cool, but it's such a waste on a character like Orochi, and I would like to see use it in its full potential later down in the story. But nonetheless, now Raizo and Fukurokujo are set to fight for this arc, which is cool. It's been set up for a long time that they've been rivals. Both were members of the Oniwa Banshu, and they're both exceptional ninjas, so I can't wait to see their fight and how it goes. Also, why Fukurokujo is so devoted to Orochi, like what's going on there, because Orochi, like I said, is not that strong. Everyone was scared of Orochi because of Kaido, but he was very loyal to Orochi till the very end, so I can't wait for that to be further explored. And now we head back into the rooftop, and we get easily my favorite part of the chapter, and a lot of people's favorite part of the chapter, and that is Kaido, Big Mom fighting the new generation, and they launch a combination attack, the sovereignty move that the Elbaf Giants use and Big Mom uses occasionally, but this time they do it together, so this is ultimate devastation, and it's heading towards the new generation, and all of a sudden Zoro jumps in the middle of it, and he blocks it for a brief amount of time, and it was absolutely insane because, for one, Zoro sacrificed himself not knowing if he's even gonna survive, and 2, he blocked an attack from 2 emperors. That's insane! The reason I say brief is because, as you can see, everyone is dodging while Zoro is blocking, but you can also see La using his room, and he shambles everyone out of the way because they're in a different place than they were before Zoro was blocking it, and Zoro's on the floor. So Zoro did block it for a brief amount of time, and it bought them a little bit of time for them to react and counterattack. But Zoro was absolutely exhausted. Like, he looks like he wants to go to sleep and never come back. This is easily one of Zoro's best feats in the entire arc thus far, being able to block this attack for a brief amount of time, where Big Mom alone is able to blow away a large chunk of the land and going as far as the ocean. This time it's in conjunction with the world's strongest pirate, Kaido. This is an incredible feat, and I love the reaction of Kaido and Big Mom, where they're like, what the hell is this? This is insane. It really is insane, Zoro. It really is insane. What's really crazy is the fact that Zoro has more to offer and show, because he hasn't revealed Ashura at all post time skip, and it's something I've realized that he's only used it twice, once in Eni's lobby and the other time against the Pacifista, and both times were like more of a near-death experience, and when he's nearly exhausted, which he is in this later on in this chapter. So I think that it should be showing up very soon, because it's whenever he's in a very desperate situation or has intense feelings is when that shows up. So maybe it only activates when Zoro is near a life-death experience. So we'll have to wait and see, but when it happens, it's gonna be absolutely insane. But anyways, we get some action between Kaido and Luffy, and I have to say, in action and in different angles, Kaido's hybrid form actually looks very good. Maybe it was just the way it was pictured or positioned last chapter with the fire around and his head looked very small, but in action it actually looks very, very good. But he is fighting Luffy and he's actually dodging his attacks, showing that he's actually taking Luffy serious as an actual combatant, and Luffy takes note of this, and Kaido is obviously not pleased that he noticed, because as we've seen throughout this entire fight thus far, he's never actually dodged, always took a hit head on, and he's just showing how serious he takes Luffy as a fighter. And I really like that. It shows Luffy's progression as a pirate and how strong he's becoming. How high will your ceiling be, Straw Hat? It's getting pretty high, Kaido. It's getting pretty high. Also, Kaido's able to use his Borrow Breath or laser type moves in his hybrid, which is absolutely awesome that he's able to do that and retain the abilities that he has in his dragon form. It's expected, but seeing it in action here is really damn cool. But then Kaido is seen hitting Luffy directly with a vicious blow, slapping Luffy on the ass and sending him into the showers, because Luffy is no longer seen for the remainder of the chapter. He's out momentarily, but obviously he's still fine. The move Kaido uses here, Three Realms Ragnarok, is a direct reference to Norse mythology and ties directly into Kaido's character neatly. In Norse mythology, whenever someone dies, they are sent to one of the three realms, Valhalla, Helheim, and I'm not going to pronounce the third one, you can search it up. And they are waiting for their time to fight in Ragnarok, where all the gods are destroyed as well as all the realms. This obviously ties neatly with Kaido's character because he wants to die and he wants to create the biggest war the world has ever seen. But anyways, we get to some really cool combination attacks on the side of the new generation, trying to one up the two Yonkos, saying we can do what you guys do, but even better. So obviously what they do is separate Big Mom with her soul abilities, the Prometheus, Zeus, and Napoleon, each person using their respective abilities going against their target. They systematically break down Big Mom, separating her from her tools, removing all of Big Mom's mobility, but she gives them a healthy reminder, I don't really need those tools, I'm still a threat regardless. But then they counter and say, not really bitch, you're out of here, and they toss her out of the wrestling ring and she's no longer a part of the Royal Rumble. Good God Almighty, she's not going to WrestleMania. This is a really dope moment because Kid is launching his harpoons at the big whale and Big Mom launches an attack, punching Kid straight into the ground, but he takes the hit, grabs her arm and uses repel, launching her into the air because there's now metal around her arm, and Law gets a giant boulder. It's not a stupid boulder, it's a rock. I don't know what that was, but he hits Big Mom and she gets sent off Onigashima. She's actually completely off the island, getting sent into the ocean floor below her. Now making this a 5-on-1, the first generation versus Kaido with Big Mom no longer in the picture. I'm very worried about Zoro because his bandana's off and he's bleeding a lot. It looks like he's about to pass out, so he might actually be out of the battle momentarily until he's able to regain his strength. That is a chapter. It implies that two characters died this chapter, with Big Mom and Orochi, with Big Mom falling into the ocean. I don't think Big Mom's going to die. Worst case scenario is she falls in the ocean, she's back up and she has amnesia. I absolutely would detest if that would happen. I don't think that's the case. Another option is she's actually saved by her children, the Big Mom Pirates, who were not really present during this battle thus far, but I do believe that they'll make an appearance because it would be really weird if they came just to get Pearspare on Big Mom onto the battlefield while they do nothing, especially Smoothie, which Oda himself, he said he wanted to actually do something with her and do more with her character, and that's why she's in this arc. So they might come into play finally and they might help Big Mom get back up onto Onigashima, or Pearspare might help Big Mom get back up because he sees her falling. She is a pretty big bitch, so it's not really hard to miss her. But another scenario could happen is, instead of falling into the ocean, which she implies they are above the ocean still and not in Wano, but maybe she falls into the Flower Capital, finding herself in front of a road poneglyph and she takes it and leaves. That is a possibility. I don't think that's the case either. I'm leaning more towards she gets saved by another character and she gets back up onto the battlefield, but she shows up later on in the arc. But that's the video. Another great chapter of One Piece, with the rooftop obviously being the highlight of this entire arc thus far. Put down the comments what you guys thought of chapter 1009 and your favorite part of the chapter. What more else can I say for Zoro? He did another amazing feat. What do people say? He's an absolute unit. This situation is obviously going to be overblown. Zoro tanked it. He blocked it momentarily and just held it off for a few seconds until he was pulled away by Law. He received a lot of damage from it and he needs to be checked on. But I'm not going to take away from that spotlight because it was a really cool moment nonetheless. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good day and a good night. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Toodle!